Band was warming up, sound check complete, equipment ready. Everything prepared except Amy. Amy wasn't ready. Amy hadn't been ready for weeks, months, maybe years. But nobody stopped the machine. Nobody said, "Enough?" Nobody protected her from herself. She walked to stage entrance, heard crowd roaring, 20,000 voices, 20,000 expectations, 20,000 people who paid to see Amy Winehouse, who expected performance, who expected legend, who expected something Amy couldn't give anymore. Deep breath, step forward, spotlight hit. 20,000 faces turned toward her, 20,000 strangers, 20,000 witnesses to what came next. Every performer dreams of moment when crowd erupts, when spotlight hits, and world watches. For Amy, that moment had become nightmare. Performance wasn't joy anymore, was obligation, was trap, was torture disguised as career. Belgrade would prove this definitively, would show what happened when body said no, but contract said yes. Amy grabbed microphone, tried to speak, voice didn't work, cleared throat, tried again. "Hello, Belgrade." Words slurred, not drunk, exhausted, depleted, running on nothing, operating on empty. Band started, tears dry on their own. Familiar song, performed hundreds of times. Should have been automatic, should have been easy, wasn't. Amy missed entrance, started singing wrong verse. Band tried to adjust, followed her, but she was lost. Couldn't find melody, couldn't remember words. Stood center stage, 20,000 people watching, completely disconnected from performance. Crowd confusion visible, people looking at each other. Is this part of show? Is she okay? What's happening? Confusion turning to concern, concern turning to discomfort. Amy stopped singing mid-song. Just stopped, stood there, microphone hanging at side, band playing. Amy silent, lost, drowning in front of 20,000 witnesses. Tour manager watched from side stage, horrified. Should have canceled show, should have known Amy wasn't ready. But money talked louder than concern. Tour booked, hotels reserved, crew hired. Momentum carried everything forward despite obvious warning signs. He signaled band, cut song, start different one. Maybe something simpler, maybe something Amy could handle. But what song? What performance? When performer can't perform? Band started Valerie. Cover song, usually crowd favorite, usually energetic, usually Amy's strength. Not tonight. Tonight Amy barely moved, barely sang, stood center stage. Existing but not present, body there but spirit absent. Crowd started booing, not everyone, not majority, but enough, enough to be heard, enough to hurt. 20,000 people, maybe 2,000 booing. But those voices carried, those voices cut, those voices said what everyone thought. This isn't performance, this is collapse. This is watching someone die slowly on stage. Amy heard booing, registered it, somewhere, through fog of exhaustion and disconnection. Heard judgment, heard disappointment, heard rejection. Exactly what she'd always feared, exactly what armor was supposed to prevent. But armor failed. Beehive couldn't protect her. Eyeliner couldn't hide truth. Amy Winehouse image couldn't cover Amy's collapse. She wandered stage, not performing, not engaging, just wandering, lost, confused. 20,000 people watching her disintegrate, watching Amy Winehouse disappear, watching only Amy remain. Vulnerable Amy, broken Amy, human Amy, who couldn't maintain performance anymore. Band member approached, tried to guide her. "Amy, stay with us. We're here. Just sing with us." She looked at him, recognition delayed, like waking from dream. "What song?" "Valerie. We're playing Valerie." "Oh." She returned to microphone, sang wrong words, wrong melody, wrong everything. Song ending. Amy still lost, performance over, but nightmare continuing. The Belgrade performance wasn't just bad show, was visible breakdown, was public collapse, was moment when gap between Amy and Amy Winehouse became uncrossable chasm. when image and reality separated completely, when performance became impossible because performer had nothing left to give. 40 minutes scheduled. They completed 20, band playing, Amy occasionally singing, mostly wandering, mostly disconnected, mostly not present. 20,000 people witnessing not concert, but crisis, not entertainment, but emergency. Not Amy Winehouse performing, but Amy surviving. Crowd fractured, some booing louder, some leaving, walking out, demanding refunds, some staying, concerned, worried, watching with horror, not enjoyment. Some recording, phones out, capturing collapse, documenting breakdown, creating permanent record of Amy's worst moment. Those videos would spread, would go viral, would become Amy's legacy to many. Not Back to Black, not Grammy wins, not Genius. Belgrade collapse. Amy unable to perform. Amy lost on stage. Amy drowning in front of thousands. Tour manager made decision. Cut show short. Called it. Stage lights dimmed. Band stopped playing. Amy still on stage. Confused. What happened? Where are we? What comes next? Security guided her off stage. Gently, carefully, like handling broken thing, which she was. Broken, depleted, used up. Career over. Performance done. Final encore complete without anyone realizing it was final. Backstage was chaos. Tour manager on phone, calling venues, canceling shows, calling management, calling lawyers, damage control, crisis mode, everyone moving, everyone talking, everyone except Amy. Amy sat in corner, Beehive tilted, makeup smudged, still wearing stage dress, not moving, not speaking, staring at nothing, processing everything, understanding something fundamental shifted, changed, ended. Band member sat beside her. You okay? Stupid question. Obviously not okay. Obviously broken. Obviously done. But human kindness required asking, required checking, required caring even when answer obvious. I can't do this anymore, Amy said quietly. Do what? This. Performing. Being Amy Winehouse. Pretending I'm okay when I'm not. Giving everything when I have nothing. I can't. I'm empty. I have nothing left. Then don't. Stop. Rest. Recover. Can I? Is that allowed? Or does machine keep going? Does tour continue? Does Amy Winehouse keep performing even when Amy can't? Band member had no answer. They both knew truth. Machine didn't stop. Career didn't pause. Industry didn't care about performers' humanity, only cared about product, about tickets, about revenue, about continuation regardless of cost. Belgrade became line in sand. Moment Amy's body said no, louder than management could say yes. Moment career ended, even though nobody called it ending. Moment performance became impossible. Moment Amy chose survival over success. Moment everything changed. Tour canceled. All remaining shows. Announced as rest and recovery. Really was can't continue. Really was barely surviving. Really was help needed urgently. Press coverage brutal. Headlines screaming. Amy Winehouse bombs Belgrade show. Crowd boos Amy off stage. Career over? Videos everywhere. Amy wandering. Amy lost. Amy collapsing. Permanent documentation. Permanent judgment. Permanent record of worst moment. Amy saw headlines from Camden Flat. Blake beside her. Returned from wherever management sent him. Returned to care for broken Amy. Returned to witness aftermath of career ending catastrophically. Don't read those, Blake said, taking phone. Too late. Already read them. They're right. I was terrible. I couldn't perform. I let everyone down. You let yourself down. Performing when you couldn't. Trying to be Amy Winehouse when Amy needed rest. What choice did I have? Tour was booked. People had tickets. Band needed work. I couldn't cancel. You could have. Should have. Before Belgrade. Before collapse. Before 20,000 people witnessed your breakdown. Amy knew he was right. Knew she should have stopped sooner. Known she wasn't ready. Known she was depleted. But pressure, expectations, obligations. All pushed her forward when body screamed stop. "I'm done," she said finally. "With performing, with touring, with being Amy Winehouse. I'm done. I can't do it anymore." Good. Be done. Rest. Recover. Figure out what comes next. What if nothing comes next? What if Amy Winehouse is over and just Amy isn't enough? Just Amy is everything. Always has been. The aftermath continued for weeks. Management dealing with lawsuits, ticket refunds, venue penalties, financial damage, career damage, reputation damage. Amy Winehouse brand suffering, Amy Winehouse machine grinding to halt. But Amy herself? Quietly relieved. Collapse was permission, permission to stop, permission to rest, permission to admit she couldn't continue. Body had forced what mind couldn't choose. Belgrade breakdown was horrible, was public, was humiliating, but also was ending, was release, was escape from unsustainable cycle. She spent days in bed, sleeping, not performing, not building Beehive, not applying makeup, not being Amy Winehouse, just being Amy. Broken Amy, exhausted Amy, but alive Amy, still breathing Amy. Amy who survived Belgrade even if career didn't. Blake brought tea, held her, said nothing. Understanding words weren't needed. Presence was enough. Survival was enough. Tomorrow could wait. Next step could wait. Everything could wait while Amy healed, while Amy rested, while Amy remembered who she was without performance. Belgrade wasn't just failed performance, was liberation, was body-forcing rest that mind couldn't choose, was career ending so Amy could survive, was public collapse that led to private healing, was worst moment that created possibility for better ones. But healing takes time. Recovery isn't instant. Damage done over years doesn't repair in weeks. Amy knew this. Management knew this. Everyone knew this. Yet pressure remained. Questions remained. When will you perform again? When will tour resume? When will Amy Winehouse return? Maybe never. Maybe Amy Winehouse ended in Belgrade. Maybe only Amy remained. Maybe that was okay. Maybe that was necessary. Maybe that was survival. Amy walked Camden streets, hair down, face bare, no beehive, no eyeliner, no armor, vulnerable, visible, human. People recognized her sometimes. "Are you Amy Winehouse?" "I'm Amy," she'd correct. Small distinction, huge difference. Amy without Winehouse. Person without persona, human without image. Most people understood. Some didn't. Some wanted autographs. Some wanted photos. Some wanted Amy Winehouse. But only Amy was available. Only Amy remained. Only Amy walking Camden streets trying to remember how to be person instead of product. 1 month after Belgrade, Amy gave interview. Rare interview. Honest interview. Only interview where she talked about what happened. About collapse. About ending. About survival. "What happened in Belgrade?" interviewer asked. "I broke," Amy said simply. Completely. Publicly. 20,000 people watching. "I wasn't drunk, I wasn't high, I was empty, had nothing left to give." Body said stop. Finally. Loudly, undeniably. "Do you regret it?" "Regret performing when I couldn't?" "Yes." "Regret that it ended?" "No. Needed to end. I was dying. Slowly. Performance by performance. Belgrade stopped the dying. Horrible way to stop, but effective." "Will you perform again?" "I don't know. Maybe. Someday. When I'm ready. If I'm ready. But not soon. Not now. Now I just need to be Amy. Just person, just human. Not performing. Not being Amy Winehouse. Just existing. Just surviving. Just being alive. What do you want people to know? That I'm sorry. Sorry Belgrade crowd saw me like that. Sorry they paid for concert and got collapse. Sorry I couldn't be what they expected. But also, not sorry for surviving. For choosing life over performance. For stopping before death. For being human even when humans disappointed people who wanted legend. Belgrade became Amy's last public performance. Didn't know it then. Nobody did. Thought she'd recover. Thought she'd return. Thought Amy Winehouse would perform again. But she didn't. Never did. Belgrade was final encore. Last time facing crowd. last time under spotlight, last performance of career that defined decade. 1 month later, Amy died, alone in Camden Flat. No crowd, no stage, no performance, just Amy, just person, just human being who tried to survive impossible pressure and almost succeeded. Almost, not quite, but almost. Belgrade wasn't cause of death, was symptom, was warning, was body screaming for help. Warning heard too late. Help coming too slowly. Death arriving before recovery complete. But Belgrade also showed Amy's humanity. Showed she was person before performer. Showed body had limits even when industry didn't acknowledge limits. Showed vulnerability even when image promised strength. Showed truth underneath legend. Showed Amy underneath Amy Winehouse. The videos remained. Belgrade collapse, permanent record, still available, still watched, still judged. Amy wandering stage, Amy lost, Amy broken. Last public image, last recorded performance, last evidence of Amy Winehouse before only Amy remained, before even Amy stopped remaining. People watch those videos differently now, knowing what came after, knowing Amy died weeks later, watching collapse with new understanding, not failure, warning, not bad performance, desperate plea, not disappointment, tragedy. Belgrade showed what happens when performer has nothing left but performance continues anyway. When body says stop, but industry says go. When human needs rest, but machine needs content. When Amy needs saving, but Amy Winehouse needs performing. 20,000 people witnessed it. Millions watched online afterward. Everyone saw same thing. Amy Winehouse ending, Amy surviving briefly, then Amy disappearing completely. The stage stayed empty after Belgrade. Amy never returned, never performed publicly again, never faced crowd again, never took encore again. Final bow completed. Final performance done. Final goodbye delivered without anyone knowing it was goodbye. Belgrade, June 18, 2011. Last encore. Last time Amy Winehouse stood under spotlight. Last time crowd watched. Last time performance happened. Last time everything. 1 month later, silence. Permanent silence. No more encores. No more performances. No more Amy Winehouse. No more Amy. Just memory. Just legacy. Just understanding that Belgrade wasn't just bad show. Was goodbye. Was ending. Was final gift. Amy showing everyone that beneath legend was human, was person, was someone who needed protecting but got performing instead. The last encore. The last everything. Death ends performance. But music lives forever. In the years since Amy's passing, her voice has reached new generations, influenced countless artists, and remained timelessly present. Next time, we explore how Amy's music echoes through time, what her songs mean today, who they've inspired, and why her voice will never fade. How does art outlive the artist? Don't miss the next episode.